What's going on, everybody? It's Rick from Garden with Barchuckin. Check in on this feeding. Quite a few worms on the bubble wrap. I'll just move that actually into my other bin right now. You can see these corners are still just a little dry, but overall this bin's getting turned into castings quite nicely. You can see a little worm activity up on the top. So I did add fresh bedding and the leaves over here. So I'm just gonna see what's going on. Okay, just leaves. There's that ginger or turmeric. Oh, we got somebody in there. So cool. So cool. Just a little piece of wood. With this more natural bedding, there's definitely going to be some larger pieces in there, which I'm fine with sifting some of it out, and if some stay in the castings, that's fine too. Okay, so nothing's left, so I'm going to go ahead and give this a good mixing just to see how everything's looking. Nice big pockets of worms. Yeah, so this end's still pretty dry. I'm gonna give this end some moisture right now. Okay, so hopefully by the next time I can get in here and actually do a little harvest, because that side's pretty well broke down. And really not a whole lot of worm activity going on. Still just continuing to load the leaves in on this bin. And for this feeding, I have a few pieces of the stems from the asparagus. I have 10 asparagus plants, and they've been pumping out asparagus this season for me. I've probably harvested somewhere around 4 to 5 pounds. And I'm going to increase this feeding a little bit just to see and keep some of the worms over this way. This is the pulp from the juicer. I like adding grit to the worm bin, so I have some ground up eggshells for them. I typically like to add it right over the feeding area. This will allow the worms, when they eat the grit and the food and they wiggle around, it to help break and digest the food for them, because they don't have teeth like us. They have the crop and the gizzard. And then I want to make sure that this is covered completely with the castings. And because I've been going 2 weeks, I have been noticing that like the corners and stuff start to dry out. So I'm going to add even some water over in this area and help to clean off my glove. yeah, so I'm very pleased with how this bin is. It definitely seems to be cycling the food faster since I've started converting this over to the all natural bedding. And with this, I don't have a marker to mark the feeding area, but the way I typically do it is this bubble wrap was so big it's actually double sided, or I have it folded in half. So what I do is I put the double side down over the feeding area, and then I leave the single side on the non-feeding area. And because there's so much food now in the center here, I actually have to pull it so it can stretch the whole length of the bin. Well, if you guys have any questions, don't forget to drop them down below. Thanks for coming along checking out the video. Everybody have a great day.